Food, water, air, shelter, clothing, technology, and what are we adding again? Mobile. So much of information, so much of new additions to our life, making sure our life is modernizing day by day. Hello, everyone. This is YV Karthik, and very warm welcome to Talk with YV. Today, we are talking about the necessities. What are the necessities of life? We're talking about something which has taken a revolution by itself. We're talking about technology from an IT company to a kindergarten child has the laptop usage to such an extent that we understand technological revolution has happened because of the pandemic. The advancement of this whole thing has encashed a lot of new business opportunities in this very world. So today we have one such entrepreneur who's been a seasoned campaigner. His establishment is called as Praveen Infosystem Private Limited. This particular company was formed and the founder was Mr. Praveen, and it was established in the year 2009. And I'm sure most of you who have been in this part of Bangalore, South Bangalore, you might have also heard about Repair PC. You might also have heard about Praveen Infosystems, were pretty much famous in the refurbishment of laptops and desktops. So when we were talking about this to Praveen's brother, and apparently today is our guest. So when we were talking about this particular thing to Shiv Prasad, we understood there are a lot of new business opportunities which have opened up for all of them, basically to everyone, because today even the small kid needs a laptop or a tab or at least a mobile phone to run or to see on the online classes, to the IT companies who have their own ways of expressing things in whatever they want. So let us understand more about this particular industry, because refurbishment of laptops, desktops, we always heard about this, but I'm sure you know the scalability and the volumes what Praveen Infosystem Private Limited does. I am eager to know about it. Without much ado, let me call upon Mr. Shiv Prasad from Praveen Infosystems Private Limited. Hi, Mr. Shiv Prasad. Good evening.
Good evening, YV. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. So, how is Sunday evening doing for you?
Yeah, going good.
Going good. Hope I'm not disturbing or
nothing. Happy to meet YV.
That's my pleasure, because you are quite occupied throughout the week because you have this new kind of a business which has come up, correct? So before we go and dig in deep into your business, give us a little slight idea about what exactly Praveen Infosystem does, and what are the key factors why Praveen Infosystems is a little different from a lot of others who are outside.
Yes. Praveen Infosystem, as you told, it was started in 2009, and full-fledgedly the refurbishment which we started in 2013 actually.
Okay.
And the main USP or a difference between other refurbisher who sells a refurbish and what we sell is totally different. The reason is they just buy a refurbished product from a refurbisher and they sell it to our customers or dealers. But what we do is end-to-end we do it. For example, if there is any service, we do it. If there is any replacements, we do it. From A to Z, we do in the refurbishment. We don't outsource the product, and we don't buy an asset from any of the customers or dealers. We directly procure it from IT companies in the large quantities. And again, the price is also lesser, and the quality is also like buying a. That's it.
Okay. So.
Yeah, tell me.
So, Shiv Prasad, when we are talking about, you buying in large quantities of these IT refurbished laptops or the laptops, then you make sure that, you give it a shape, you give it a size, you give it the whole new look of it, and then you put it across to the market. So, what do you think, the customers would have in their mind? Are they looking at, there are people like, the normal general usually believes that refurbished means there's a lot of question marks. So you have some kind of parameter check what you do, like, a checklist kind of a stuff?
Yes. We do a checklist, standard checklist, and we have a document for each and every laptop we test. We have a document.
Okay.
Whether scratch, we mention. There is a damage, we mention. And we test each and every day. Once everything is done, we do a burn test. So where we run a 1 hour of a laptop where software runs like music, audio, display, processor, RAM, everything it is going to test. If that pressure, like laptop become overheat at that time.
Okay.
Burn test. So where we give a confirmation, okay, the laptop is working fine. That confidence only we can give a warranty for our customers or dealers.
Okay.
I can't tell that, okay, the product is working or not.
Correct.
A document and we test it also.
Okay, but when we're talking about Shiv Prasad, because today I understand there's a lot of demand for laptops, desktops, because even a pre-KG or a LKG kid needs a laptop today. Apparently, we have come to that state of the world that we need laptops. Without that, we cannot move forward. That is the kind of day we are in today. So when we are talking about these kind of challenges, so what is the challenge between the demand and the supply? Because I 100% believe out of 10% of the population where we were using, we are now around 62-63% of the population which using laptop or some peripherals which is there. So how do you match the demand and supply?
Yes. See, when the first lockdown was there, but it was like very sudden and nobody was aware. This is the situation. And we tried to match the requirements and we procured at very high prices from our companies. But later on, the companies stopped liquidating their asset due to they had a shortage. Then we need to source for a different number of products from other sources. We had to get the asset and we do a refurbishment and sell. But right now also there is a demand like 100 numbers of inquiries and we can put supply like another 15-20 numbers. 15-20% of the asset is being supplied, not fully we can't supply because there is no asset.
Why is that so? Why do you think that is the reason?
The main reason is IT companies are not liquidating their asset. That is the main problem.
Oh, okay.
Refurbishment industry works on mainly on the IT companies.
Okay.
If they keep on upgrading their asset, we keep on getting the laptops or a desktop. If they don't upgrade, the chain is going to break.
Oh, okay. I thought there should be some kind of an import kind of a stuff which is actually locked up because
yes,
now that
correct, we are importing and we are paying very high prices for importing, and we are facing a problem with the logistics. There is many challenges. Yes, again, if I place an order for a 500 numbers, I'll be getting like 100 numbers, 200 numbers.
So you don't know whom to fulfill, whom to leave.
No, that is the reason we are just taking the pre-bookings without an advance to my dealers, and whoever pre-books, we will give it to them. That's it.
Okay. So when we are talking about these refurbished laptops, so what kind of customers come to you? Like, you have any specific genre which comes into you?
No, right now my customers, this one is target is, sir, I need a laptop, it should be lesser price. Laptop. There are few customers, like they're not, they don't have any budget boundaries and they are good at buying a products.
Okay.
A brand new products, i3 laptop, which is coming around 43-50,000 rupees, i3 laptop today. The same laptop i5 in the refurbish you will be getting around 14-15,000. The problem is customers atra economy level kadme refurbishment ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ demand ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ.
But do you think the scalability of these kind of laptops and these kind of stuff will look out for a longer time? Because from a long time, at least from our childhoods, we have always been seen that laptops, refurbished laptops use Madilla. And the way things have changed today, drastic changes, because as you rightly told, 50,000 to 15,000 sigate, why not take it? If you can give me a warranty of 1 or 2 years or even 6 months, it's good to go, right? So do you think this will start, creating a new market by itself?
Sir, before COVID, laptop was just a product which was like, okay, ಒಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಅದೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಯಾರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋರಿಲ್ಲ. But today, like husbands need, wife need it, and 2 daughters and children need it. They need a 4 laptops. So Even the brand new products, the prices are going very high. From again, like last 20, there is a price hike was 3 to 4%. Again, from first, there is a 4% increase.
Oh,
Due to like there is no proper shipments. China is closed. The main IT product is from China.
correct. Correct.
So we don't have any other option. But still the prices are going high. So the refurbishment industry has like grown up, and yes, we are giving a warranty. So customers are happy with it. And we have a customers from like 2009, we have a customers. Last week, I got a customer. He bought a laptop in 2009.
Nice. Nice.
Till date, he has used it.
That clearly shows that, you have been there. And I have also used a lot of product of yours. The life of that particular asset or whatever you call them as phenomenal. Till I feel I'm getting bored of the same, I just put away. Till then I can use them. And
The advantage is if you buy a laptop brand new, you go and buy like online or a Espirot, wherever you go, you just buy a consumer series. What we do a refurbishment, it's a commercial product.
correct,
It's a double or triple price of a commercial product.
correct.
Hardware quality is good. The performance is good. Again, warranty, yes, we are there for it. Aram se use karo.
So, Shiv Prasad, when we are talking about, Shiv Prasad in the business, he's very strict. He doesn't give credit. He doesn't accept, and I mean, he doesn't give, neither he accepts credit. So, is that true?
Sir, it's true. My father told us, don't take a credit and don't give a credit. So you will make a good business.
Okay,
The reason we don't have bunch of dealers. We have a standard few dealers who buy from us. That's it.
okay,
Sometimes we compromise on it, but we are very strict about the payments.
okay.
Okay, bapa, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಆಮೇಲೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡು ನೀವು.
Uh,
They have standard because I don't take a credit from any of the corporate companies. As you know, we need to pay first, and we need to wait for some days. Then only they're going to give us a liquidate asset.
correct, correct.
Follow. So that is a nan credit ತಗೊಳಲ್ಲ, nan credit ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ.
That's a very good way of doing business. But in this recurring world of credit, because the whole pandemic has taught, credit system to be on the top, because people who gave credit and people who didn't get money, there are a lot of people like that. And when we're talking about this particular kind of a cultivated habit, what you have, I'm sure, most of us want to, utilize this, because no credit business is the best way to do business.
Now, either the money will be in our account or the stock will be in the office. Why to take a risk? We need to roam around him for taking our amount back.
Correct, correct. So, Shiv Prasad, what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I watch more movies.
Lot of movies. Which was the latest one you watched?
I think this one, Bell Bottom.
Okay, which was the latest movie you saw? Last movie you saw in the theater?
Theater. Ala Vaikuntapuram.
It is before even the first wave. So when I got a chance to ask my friends which was the last movie you saw, they go like, as if it's been 5 or 10 years they watched the last movie in the theaters. But apparently that is so true, because all of us have become so addictive to OTT platforms, and the laptop has taken away our, the life which we used to lead before. So coming to the next point, Shiv Prasad. So laptops are now a daily norm or a need. Do you think it is going to remain the same throughout, or is it going to reach some kind of a saturation? And maybe, as you see, we have the Samsung which have developed the Fold 3, like, it's become a tab. So a phone with a tab. And I'm sure laptop had a beautiful, there are laptops which have got touchscreen, which converts into a tab, which can be multifunctional and all these things. But do you think this is going to be an end of, or the saturation of the laptops, and you can see a new device coming up, or it just goes on?
No, I don't think so. All this device will replace to a laptops. You see, we cater to many corporate companies. Corporate companies, they don't need any of these fancy products. They need a proper laptop only. Like these products will be like home users, but not with the corporate companies. Laptops will remain the laptop, but the comfort level with the laptop is totally different with these fancy tablets, foldable, all those things, touch screens. No, it's totally like we can't tell, okay, laptop's going to be the end. No, laptop will still continue. That will take like another 10 years.
Okay. Okay. So when we are talking about these laptops, Shiv Prasad, we have understood that there's a lot of new technology which is getting implemented on daily basis. Okay, we had i3 to i5 to i7, Gen 5, Gen 10. So we are upgrading. So when we are talking about these kind of upgradations, do you think the laptops today, whatever you see, because I am very bad in technical knowledge about the laptops, but you will be knowing a lot of hardware about it. So do you think the quality of hardware has also changed according to the era of modernization?
This is a really good point. Actually, first generation to a fifth generation, the laptops quality were pretty good and that was repairable. If there was any issue, that is repaired because India doesn't replace the laptop for a small issues. We just repair it and we reuse it. Not like USA, UK, if you find a small issue, just they replace it. But in India, we do a refurbishments, we do jugaad things and we start using it still. Okay, laptop has got off and there is no life for it. This is the product. But above like fifth and sixth generation and above like present generation, like 11th generation, we don't find the good quality of a product. Due to like it's a competition and the prices and we are paying very high and we are not getting a good product. i5 laptop will be paying around 75,000 rupees and you do not get a good performance because of the poor hardware quality with these manufacturers. You just compare with your old laptops and your present laptops. Old laptops, minimum 4 years, you don't get much issues like battery issues, operating system issues. Those were the issues. But right now, like 1 year, 1.5 years, you'll be facing like motherboard issues, hard disk issue, and the hard disk quality is also come down now. There is no good quality hard disk. You can't exactly tell, okay, my data is safe. No, only cloud storage we can believe. That's it. But do not believe any hardware products. The quality has come down, and we can't expect the olden type of quality.
Okay, so when we're talking about the olden days, because we used to see such fat laptops, okay, and we used to see them, performing, and I mean, it was more like a heavyweight lifting kind of a challenge for all of us when we used to do. Because from the TFT monitors, what we have seen to the whatever we call the LED, LCDs, and stuff, the transformation has taken place. But today's laptops, the performance has been really bombastic. I mean, it's all over the place. But again, I have personally felt the whole notation of this hardware component has come down. Yeah, I felt it personally. So that was why when someone asked me this question, sent me this question on my personal window, I was so excited because there's the same feeling I have when I used to use my old Dell. Today I use a Lenovo. So when I used to use my old Dell, it was so fat. It was more like a book. And today it is like 80 pages book, and that is 160, 200 pages book.
Yes. No, today people are looking for ultra books. They don't want to carry a huge suitcase. They carry a laptop, then they look for a slimmer and ultra book series. And again, the size comes down, the quality of a product is also come. See, before this was this much, like around 1 centimeter, the fan size was 1.5. Now today it is like 0.5 centimeters. It's like very thin. Once hoitad ashte, tirga repair madakagalla.
So there's a new market opportunity again.
Correct. No, the service. No, next it's a service industry for next 3 years.
Correct. So when we are talking about these CD-ROMs, hope you remember those CD-ROMs which we have. And do you have still ivatku keltara CD-ROM iro laptops kodi anta keltara?
0.01% of the people who had their old data in the CDs, like some marriage CDs, birthdays, those people will ask us, that's it. But there is no, like, you'll be spending around 1,500 rupees for a DVD player, but there is no use. If you don't use it, like another 3 months, you don't use it, the DVD player is gone. Instead, why you invest it? So, we're suggesting to any of our customers.
No, my whole question was because when we started using in our college days, we had this big CD slide it used to for our laptops, and we used to put up music CDs and play it there. So now, do still the customers ask for it, or haven't you?
0.01% hardly, but we tell no need to go. Just everything is on the online today, digital. You need a music online. You need a movies OTT. Everything is online. Why do you need a CD player?
Very true. So the new opportunities of this pandemic have been rentals, correct?
Correct.
I think even the shirt you get for rental today, I'm not sure because I have seen everything on rentals. Your furniture, your chair, maybe your mouse, your keyboard, laptop, desktop, monitor, whatever you ask, you have it on rentals. So, do you think rentals are on high rise? What's your take on this?
No, actually rentals, we have it from very long time. We had a computer rentals, but customers was not aware about the computer rentals because everything was in the corporates, there was a rentals. But when it comes to a end user, there was not knowing about the rentals. Okay, we can hire a laptop for some days. No, there was. But right now, due to the pandemic, as I told you, economy level, customer is opting for a rentals. But it depends on the way of who is whom we are giving it to. There are many cases has been filed, as you know, many of the you have seen in the paper also. The laptops are missing. There are many cases, but yes, there is a huge demand for the laptops in the rental industry.
I had a chance to meet a college student who just finished his graduation. He was here at my office for some discussion with me. And when we were discussing, he told, sir, I have started my new business. I told, fantastic boy, what are you doing? So like, there's a high demand and for the rentals. So I give furniture rentals, I give laptop rentals, I give desktop, whatever you ask. So whom do you give it to? He told, see, I have my juniors and sub juniors. So I just play around with the college premises. That's a good idea, buddy. So how do you get this? How did you get this idea? It was like everyone wanted a laptop, sir. And everyone wanted to keep their phone away when they are on studies or whenever they're on their laptops. So what they did was everyone started buying it. Instead, what I thought, I collected from my friends, 10 of us or 12 of us were there. So I collected all their laptops. I in fact gave money to them on a daily basis. And I used to leave this for rent. And I made my commission in between. Today I'm a happy soul. And he recently opened an office. So that's the beauty of business. He recently opened an office which is very close by to Jayanagar. In fact, he had called me and I was pretty impressed by the way he's opened his office. Small chap, just finished his college, doesn't know what is coming up next. So how do you encounter these kind of people, because today's younger generation is so aggressive. You tell them anything, they are ready for the catch. So how do you encounter, because you are a seasoned campaigner, because 12 years, 10 plus 2, 12 years in the business, you would have seen your ups and downs. But when this young lad came into the picture, he saw a whooping zoom high. So how do you think you could encounter these kind of people?
This pandemic has changed everything. It has been impacted on all the businesses in the one or the other way. But in IT industry, hardware, it is booming industry right now. See, I feel like maximum once this COVID thing gets over, all these assets are going to get back. Any person can sell a laptop, any person can rent out a laptop. But what if all the assets come back to you? How do you sustain? You should be having a plan, right? Okay, right now supplying a products, that's good. But next, see, in the house there is a 4 laptops, but they need only 1 laptop after a COVID. They want these 3. They'll be selling back, right?
Correct.
What do you do it? But they don't have any plans. But still, whatever the assets come to us, we can handle it. And we can resell it because we have a proper dealer network.
Correct. I think for all the young lads who are seeing, I think this is a very good take what Shiv Prasad has given. Because at this point of time, what he says is absolutely right. Because at the house, if you need 1, you might have had 4 now. Once the school starts, once the kids start going to the school, I'm sure you might have to hold back 1 plus 1, but not the other 2. So there might be high chances that you guys might have to think on plan B. So Shiv Prasad, you have opened a new door for all the young lads. Hopefully they encounter and they make some money out of it as well.
Let them make some. They're happy.
So when we are talking about these big IT companies giving out the laptops for, they have their assets which they have to reflush it and get a new ones in. So when we're talking about this, how is that manufacturers are surviving? Because as you rightly told, they're not flushing out the old laptops or old assets, and so that the new assets are not coming inside. Correct?
No. The manufacturers are making a huge money right now. Last lockdown, small example, I sold a laptop for the first lockdown. We sold a laptop for 23,000. It's a brand new 10th generation Lenovo laptop. The same laptop, same spec, same model. Today it's 43,000 rupees.
Same model.
Same model. i3 10 Gen, same model. It's a 43,000 rupees. Manufacturers are making money. The reason is there is still a huge demand in the corporate companies. Still, they need a laptops.
But how, Shiv Prasad? Because you told the assets are not being flushed out. Why do they need the new one?
No, they'll be having like many of the laptops will give a trouble. They can't get it immediately repaired, right? They don't immediately they don't enter any service person to come in and just repair it. They'll be having a backup. Then they'll be having many employees to new joinees.
Oh.
At the first lockdown, they have given the desktops, but many of them are not comfortable with it.
Correct. That is there. Desktop, even I had a
And the new projects comes to in for them. For that new project, they will be having particular specification that has to be delivered. But no, brand new manufacturers are surviving and they had a still demand. And actually, right from like another 10 days back, we had a stocks. But 10 days before,
Hello? Shiv Prasad, you there? Hello?